never done a straight, like, action movie before. You've always been almost an action star, like when you're being chased in Memento or the beginning of The Hurt Locker. But this is the first time you've really bulked up and gone hog wild.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it was about time. Usually, I think people do it when they're a bit younger than I am. I waited till I was in my 40s to do it. But it was fun though, it was kind of fun. I think because the character is a bit of a smart aleck, I think it, that's what sort of I found appealing about it, rather than just a straight out serious kind of action dude who I never feel like I am.
He's a bit of a wisecracking character.
Yeah.
And there are some pratfalls. He's not a born hero.
No, and I think what's interesting is that we get on some level to get a sense of what his past might have been as far as special operations kind of guy, and clearly that's why they brought him in to do this. But the fact that he wishes he'd retired sort of 10 years ago, I think kind of makes it interesting.
You're the latest in sort of a long line of actors who are more actorly performing in an action film with Luc Besson.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what that was like.
Well, I mean, it was great to be able to sort of meet with Luke and discuss this. He wasn't really around when we shot the film as such. So, but you sort of knew that his presence was not too far away. But a really interesting guy, and obviously, he's made some pretty clever films in the past. I'm a big fan of The Fifth Element, and so I kind of would have liked to have been in the editing room when Luke was there, and
What was it like working with Maggie Grace and Peter Stormare?
Well, Peter, great. I mean, both of them really great guys, and Maggie was a delight. She really, from the moment she arrived, we both sort of huddled together to sort of make sure we were both on the same page, and we were both happy with what each of us had to do, and that we both understood everything together. So we created a nice little bond. And Peter, in the same way, but on a much shorter period of time, he's such a kooky, interesting guy. It was great to work with him, and he improvised quite a bit, in the film. So I think some of what he's ends up saying in some of those interrogation scenes and the later scenes, he's just come up with himself. So he's a fascinating guy, So it was a nice little group, even though it feels like a kind of big movie with 500 prisoners running around. It actually felt like kind of a small knit group,